Hello, everyone. Welcome to Dr. Quack Reacts. I'm Dr. Quack, and today we're going to be covering two different parts here of a special coffee with Old School. I haven't watched either one of these. There was about four people that have seen this in about the last 25 minutes, 30 minutes or so. So we're going to get into this. I'm curious what he has to say because this is entitled, Is Elite the New HSP? You know, HSP, the one that's doing their final show here next Wednesday.
Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another beautiful episode of Coffee with Old School. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope the audio is going through pretty cleanly here.
You can fucking hear
we are definitely changing some things up in the organization of, Coffee with Old School.
Well, here, before we get into what he's got to say, God knows, let's look at the background. Look, he's only got a couple of his titles out. 28 championships he's won. Has it really fucking mattered? No. Does anybody really care? No. He got rid of his dollar store fucking shelves. Good job, buddy. Oh, you got some pictures of some wrestling up there. That's all kayfabe. Ooh. And you got your little blanket covering the hallway. God, this looks like a fucking garage band setup if there is one, man. I'm telling you. Nice ceiling, too, by the way. Here you go.
See if my audio is working, guys, because sometimes this microphone is a little finicky. So let me go to my YouTube. Yeah. Go to my YouTube. Isn't it always fun? But today's topic, if my mic's working, which I don't, is definitely something that is very personal. Okay, wrong one. Sorry, guys.
Damn, bro. Have your shit set up before you go live. Fuck.
See if the audio is working here. We don't know. No feedback. I can't see a volume course going on here.
Yep.
Now my phone wants to be
definitely a garage band setup.
An asshole. Go figure, guys. It's just par for the course here today. I don't know if the audio is working. I can't tell you guys. I honestly don't know. Usually, I don't know why it's not got me signed into my YouTube, but for some reason I am not signed in as I should be. There we go.
Christ, let's fast forward.
I've been watching the promo world for a little bit.
There we go.
And, people sit here and claim, that I'm a little rough on organizations and I talk a lot of shit about places, but here's the true factor of it all. You can't claim to be a competitive promo league when it's very apparent you're not. I go over here and somehow I got it added to the page of Elite Marks or Elite Fantasy Wrestling or whatever the fuck it's called this month. And I go and I look and I watch a guy like Johnny Canada walk out here. I actually watched it with a group of guys the other day. We watched his hype. And I'm going to tell you what, man. He's facing a guy named Johnny Rockstar. And, well, let's just be honest. World Championship caliber contender? I don't really think so. But, hey, so many people want to put Johnny Rockstar on a pedestal and think he's good. And that's their business. I'm not here to judge him. I'm here to talk about Elite and some of their rock.
Elite Marks, as they were called, Elite Fantasy Wrestling, later on here, as their page is called. I'm pretty sure that most of the promo world understands that, they have a different judging system, okay? And sometimes they do stories in between their shows, Like if they want to make somebody a champion for whatever reason. That's their choice. This is what people do. I don't understand why you're knocking him so much. I mean, Johnny Canada's done good. He's competed in various places. He's fought for titles. He's been in many spots. He's a pretty good promo artist. Is he the grade A? Is he top? Is he your A-list Alversons, Hollywood Haywoods, who he beat, I think that was story part. Might not have been, but it might have. But who really cares at that point? It's the promo world. We're supposed to have fun. right? But he's pretty good. But you gotta go over there and talk shit about him? Like, I get it, I'm leaving. So next Wednesday is what? My final show? My final match? And you won't have to be able to talk about me much. Are they the new HSP? Right. You're going to ride my dick? I swear to God. Why don't you go suck my dick there, old school? You know, somebody screenshot this to him. Video shoot it to him. Because he can go suck my dick.
Roster. But Johnny Canada walks on screen and he's out of breath in the first 30 seconds of promo. Looks like he hasn't bathed in maybe 2-3 months. And I'm sorry, folks, that's not a good look for a world heavyweight champion, in my opinion. Okay? So, why is the title is Elite the new HSP? Here's why. Because of a guy like that. Okay? Because of a guy who sits here and says he's a promo god. I've heard that before and proved that wrong, but he's a promo god. He's one of the best in the business. He deserves this championship. Dude, you were handed the title by Haywood because Haywood was bored with it, and he gave it to you. He gifted it to you. He was like, here, just take it. You know, I don't.
And, you know, here, I'll stop this here because I'm going to segue off this. You know, for those that are watching. Mental health, right? We talk about this in this promo game. Mental health, how people have, you know, problems and how people exploit others and how good or bad they are about shit. You know, when you're giving an observer like I used to do, you know, and you would say what you saw, but you did it with proper criticism, constructive criticism. That's one thing. When you're doing like this and just straight, you know, dogging him, what good is this doing for him? Why are you so interested in it? I mean, I get it now. VOH, right? You're the last champion on these is fucking gone. Right? It's gone. So you have nothing to do but to watch PPF and whatever your woman tells you to do. There you go, personal shot. Whatever your woman tells you to do during the day when you're not doing this. So stop picking on Johnny Canada. This is what I'm going to tell you. I'm going to listen to the rest of this garbage because I'm hoping that Johnny Canada hears this. I'm hoping the rest of the world hears this because this is pure trash.
I want it. To me, does that make you a world fucking champion? No, that makes you a paper gifted champion. But you'll still walk out here every fucking day and cut hypes. Hey, I am not going to tell you that you don't have a lot of try in your body.
Bitch, you fucking cut hypes on a dead Feds page. Shut the fuck up.
But you definitely have a lot of try. Too bad the try don't win over for me. But I want to talk about this tournament they're having. And I screenshotted it because there's some names in here that I really want to talk about, you know, because that's what I do. First matchup, World Championship Tournament semifinals. Why are you having a World Championship Tournament? Because you have a world champion? Because he's fucking horrible and he needs time to walk around with that belt until his first opponent probably beats him for it. That's why. But anyway, you got one great name that I see so far, Don Krypton. What a fucking talent. His voice is amazing. His delivery is amazing. Fucking goddamn Hall of Famer, if I believed in Hall of Fames. But really, really great fucking guy. He's facing Kevin Wolf. That should be a pretty easy win for, Don Krypton, just saying.
I know, he does not like to give credit to Kevin Wolf. Yeah, Don Krypton, yeah, we totally agree. There we go. We agree on something, Chris. Yes. He is a Hall of Famer, definitely. And I do believe in them, so give him credit. Yes. Kevin Wolf, now he's a guy that's proven himself in many places. But, you know, this is elite marks. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, you know, because I think Kevin Wolf needs a lot of work. You ask him, he's great, but I think he needs a lot of work. And then we move on here to Alpha AJ Davis and the Master Sean Puff. I don't know either of you, so
See, you don't know the Alpha AJ Davis, and you don't know Master Sean Puff. They've competed everywhere, and both of them are pretty fucking good. When you don't watch the promo world, you can't really give an analysis. This is what I'm trying to tell you all, folks. This guy don't know dick. He just likes to pick on people that are associated with me. We'll say that. You know, he likes to mess with Kevin Wolf because he's an HSP, right? Notice how he didn't have anything nice to say. Let's continue and hear his great in-depth analysis.
Can't really give you anything on that. But then we get down here to AEP, oh God, versus the Vagabond. Vagabond, great promo star, champion, good delivery, great stuff. AEP, let's talk about AEP.
You notice how he's negative about AEP, right? AEP has competed in HSP for a long time. Vagabond just came back, and I don't think he knows that. That's what's funny, because, you know, he can't see any of our shows, you know, unless somebody send him to it. He definitely don't talk about it. But yeah, Vagabond's back, and that's cool. And he's got a match with Mr. Wallace on our last show. So, you know, gee.
My friend, you and Johnny Canada, if you guys ever had a fucking match, I'd be asleep before the fucking credits rolled. I would definitely probably knocked out in my recliner, sound of fucking sleep, snoring, because AEP has one of the worst deliveries of marble mouth promo style I've ever heard in my fucking life.
See, and look, this is something I'm going to point out here, you know? Taste. Everybody has different tastes and opinions, right? I give mine. He gives his. Other ones have different opinions. But I'll tell you, AEP's done pretty good. AEP's promoted around the game. He definitely has cut some interesting promos, some entertaining promos. Promos after the show, when you go into the locker room, when people talk about what they liked about the show, AEP will be out of people's mouths because AEP cuts entertaining stuff. You know, I'm sorry you don't like it, Chris. You know, I'm sorry that you only have one style of promo in you, and you only like one style of promo in you, and you think that one style of promo is what matters. Like, there's many ways to skin a cat.
Vagabond, you know how I feel about you. I love you. You great. Then
I wonder if he loved you if he knew that you were competing in HSP. He probably wouldn't, because he usually don't love people that competes in HSP.
And we get down here to Black Widow versus Johnny Canada. Black Widow, a former PPS star who swore she needed time away, swore she needed to take a break because she couldn't promo, but yet she's in Elite Marks working against a Johnny Canada. Why? Here's the why. Because that's the level of promo she's used to. She's not used to true competitive natured promo. And when she loses and loses and loses, then she goes back to where it's formidable, where it's easy, where you can sit down and stare into a screen in your bedroom, and that gets over.
Oh my God, you mean where it's fun and people actually enjoy promoing? Are you serious? Like, there's a place like that? Holy shit, Chris. Let me drink my water here for a second. Because, yeah, people like to go have fun in this game. People like you are the reasons why people like me are leaving, because we're tired of the dumb crap, because we're tired of dumb people in the promo game. And you, sir, ruin it. You are pretty much the negative Nancy of the promo game. You don't have any fun, you know? And if you're not out here bashing someone else, you're not having any fun.
HSP. Let's get where I'm going with all this stuff.
Yeah, HSP.
And then, you know, you come down here to Vane, which I know very well, very good promo artist. Another shining spot that they may have over there. You know, the Don Kryptons, the Vagabonds, the Haywoods, the Vanes, all great promo artists. Sadly, it's outweighed by Saban. We had him in PPF. And boy, was he a non-shining fucking star with a dimming fucking light. Dear Lord, his shit's so confusing. A deaf mute would fucking need to ask for directions, because they wouldn't understand where he was going.
Yeah. Oh, you're such a badass, Chris, picking on fucking Jack Saban. Yeah. I'm not going to disagree with you. He's not that great of a promo artist. He does some really weird shit. And honestly, yeah, he did. That's why he didn't last long here in HSP. I'll go with that. But yeah, we know you would suck fucking Vane's dick. Oh yeah. Yeah. You better kiss his ass. Lick him from the back, buddy.
This is why I get so sick of
But I am shocked that you actually do, because he competes in HSP. Yes, you love to bitch about anybody that's there in HSP. HSP and Elite, yeah, maybe we're kind of the same, because we do have stars. We do have people that are trying to move up in the promo game. You know, people that do compete. You know, not everybody's going to be grade A over here like you.
I'm tired of people saying, well, you know, I need a break. Oh, fuck out of here. It's fucking 3 minutes of your fucking day, maybe once or twice a fucking week. If you can't handle that, you definitely don't belong in promo. And that, it doesn't annoy me that the Widow went from PPF back to Elite, because, hey, we know that that's where a lot of the, sorry guys, this is going to hurt, non-elite promo artists go. Because evidently, it's very kayfabe, it's very storyline, it's very easy to go over there and win a promo match and not do nothing. Be asleep at the wheel. I mean, hell, you guys' favorite song is probably Jesus Take the Wheel. Because when you go to cut a promo, it's Jesus Take the Wheel, please. And oh my God, I'm a champion. No, you're not. You're not a fucking champion. You're not really a promo artist. Yeah, you're fucking, well, there's my brother Terry Wolf. Oh, yeah. I got to talk to you later. The tire's still leaking on the truck. But anyway, we'll get back to that later. We'll get back to that later. But that's why the title is it the new HSP? Did Elite turn into HSP? Are they booking like that idiot Dr. Quack? They definitely are. Because I see it. Who has a world championship tournament to decide a number one contender for the world title? Why not just have a number one contenders match and then let that motherfucker go and destroy the fucking world champion that is so...
You know, just dumb observation here, sir. Is WWE doing that too? You know, they're having that big tournament down there where Roman Reigns meets the champion, meets the number one contender, the winner of that tournament down in Mexico City. Ain't they doing that? Yeah, so that's that kayfabe land over there. Oh my God, kayfabe. Ah! Yes, they're doing that. So what's wrong with it? They're having a tournament to declare a number one contender. There's nothing wrong with that. God, it's been done throughout the ages. It's been done throughout the promo world, you know? But you over here just like to complain.
Ungodly horrible that, hell, my 2-year-old grandson could out promo. Some would say it's in the fucking genes, but, you know, whatever. So that's why I do the podcast today, because it annoys me. I was going to do it last night, but I jumped on a group chat and we bullshitted till like 11:30, and then we all had to go to fucking bed because, well, we're getting old. You know, some of us are old and fragile, as I'm told all the time. But
yeah, you're old and fragile. You should retire completely, dude. Just go retire. God. I'm only covering this because I've got about 30 days left total in the promo game. So, you know, once September 20th is, I don't care what you say. You're just trash. It's just kind of helped me with a little bit of content, I guess.
My best friend, who has become a pro artist and is doing great shit in the PPF. If you haven't seen Terry Bam Bam Wolf, get over to PPF, check him out if I let you, because it's per invite only. I do not bring people in that I don't want in there. And some people don't like that I do that. But here's a play promo artist for a fucking day. Listen, Halloween's one day a year, October 31st. You guys should really stick to that day. Just being real with you.
Blah, 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 blah. These shit drives
we got Promoversary coming up. The end of this month, some really great fucking matches. You guys want to see competitive matches? Hit me up. Ask for an invite. I'll let maybe some of you watch. I don't know yet.
Yeah.
And, you know, he's a special little guy, but I love him. But Justin does a really great job editing the show. We're going to do a pre-show. I might even share it here on.
You know, that's funny that you talk about elite marks like this, and you have, you know, Mama Purge and Purge over there and everybody else, and you got to just bitch about things. Like, good God, man. Look at that face. Do you see how the sadness in those eyes? The sadness. Like, I see it. You know, it's just funny as shit. This is why I kind of look at it like, yeah, I'm glad I'm getting out of this. It's the things like this that just make me go, this is not worth it. This is not worth it at all.
coffee with old school. I don't know. Depends. Might put it over in real talk, which I really want to get back up and running, but people seem to not be able to handle real talk because I get messages about this. People getting upset because I'm bashing promo superstars. Well, if I was bashing superstars, it'd be a different story, but I'm just bashing people playing promo artists. That's the truth. Okay. So rosters changed in PPF.
Okay, we're going past PPF now.
We become a family first and foremost, and we stand by each other and take care of each other and don't let each other down. And like I said, a couple names on here I didn't really know, but the Don Kryptons. Wow, that fucking guy! If you haven't checked out BWO, he runs a great group over there. BWO, they do some great shit. You got Robert Haywood.
It's funny that you finally check out BWO when it's been around almost as long, pretty much, or actually a little longer than PPF, but you finally checked them out. Yeah. See, when you stay in your own little bubble, nobody cares, and your bubble just got smashed in half over there because you can't defend a VOH title. Even if they do come back, it's just like, why? Why would you? I mean, I understand if there's money involved to get out of this, maybe. But for the entertainment value, there's a -5.
Tag team champion there that was the world champion that should have stayed the fucking world champion. It made more sense. Kevin Wolf, that guy I call try hard. He's trying hard to be a legend, but you've only been in this game for a little bit. Don't walk around acting legendary when you haven't done anything legendary yet. We get down to the Vagabonds. Like I said, Vagabond, what a true talent. I actually miss him in PPF, but hey, he likes other places, and that's cool. I like people to like what they like. The one that
do you like that people like what they like? No, you don't. Not really. Most people. This is why you're dogging people. You're a walking contradiction, sir. Just letting you know.
Really still sticks in my craw, and I could go on for hours about is this Johnny fucking Canada. One thing I've always said is if you're a world champion, you should look like a world champion. You walk on the screen carrying your championship belt, you should look prim and proper, like you're ready to kick some ass and take some names.
Did people say Mick Foley looked like a world champion? No, I remember people like Eric Bischoff and others saying, wow, that'll put butts in the seats, right? Mick Foley, Mankind, Cactus Jack, Dude Love, all those characters, You have a problem with those two? Like, they proved them wrong, and I think Johnny Canada's doing a fairly decent job. This was just really funny. You if they wouldn't have made him world champion, you'd be okay with it, I'm guessing. But you're not the promoter. You're not the booker. You're barely a spectator, which I'm shocked they let you watch. I really am. I'm surprised they don't kick you off the page, because I would. I've kicked you off mine. Why? Because you suck. You are a fucking cancer to the business. Yeah, I said that. You are the reason why it's dying.
Not ready to fucking fall over and get a breathing treatment because you said 5 words and the belt was too heavy on your shoulder. That's not a world champion. That's not a good promo artist. And I will troll that fucking guy until the end of the time. Because if you ever met me, it would be over quick, fast. Well, I can't say that because it's kayfabe land. They'd probably give him the win. But if you ever faced me, I would show him what a real world champion is because I've done it 28 times. I could do it.
Bitch, you're afraid of fucking challenges. I offered a challenge outside of VOH and PPF. Well, I guess I can't say VOH no more because it's done. Right? But anywhere outside that, you wouldn't take me on. Hell, Mr. Wallace, who you didn't think was that great, who beat you in that 7 minutes from hell match. Yeah. Offered up a challenge. You wouldn't take that. I don't think you'd take the challenge from Johnny Canada either. Because you think you're better than everybody.
28 more in this wonderful promo run we got going on today. Because in my opinion, my humble opinion, this promo world has really gone downhill from when we started it back 9 years ago.
Back in my day.
You sit here and you see so many guys that want to be promo artists, want to be, great, want to be one of the top guys, and they just don't have it yet. But there's guys out there telling them, "Oh, man, you got it. You're good. You're going to be a world fucking champion." I don't believe that. I don't believe in any retrospect that If you watch some of their promo styles, very lackluster, very boring, very offset. Hell, most of them are in a green screen and they disappear.
I think it's hilarious because this is about like your podcast. Very fucking boring, very bland, same blah blah blah, repetitive nature. Yes.
They're like, woo, they're gone. Now they're back. Now they're magicians on top of being promo artists. Wow, great job. And when you're holding a belt and your belt disappears into the green screen and then reappears, fuck, you're doing some good shit there, man. What a fucking magic trick. I give you a fucking Quacky award for that one. So that's just the stuff that bothers me when I watch a place like Elite. I see Haywood come on the screen and look pretty damn dominant with a tag title talk.
But you know what's funny when you talk about guys like Haywood and Don Krypton and others who have promoed there for quite a while, they're enjoying themselves. And so are the other talent that you're making fun of. They're enjoying themselves. Shouldn't that tell you something that maybe it's okay? Maybe they're not, like you over here, with your whole competitiveness and yes, everything must be one way, one standard. If it's not this way, it's wrong kind of mentality. Like there's some things in life you can go with and say, yeah, that needs to be, but not everything. And they're not even doing anything to hurt you. That's what's really bad. You don't see them come out here talking about PPF. Hell, I'm talking about PPF, but you just want to find a new target. I don't think PPF was that great. Yeah, you've got a bunch of guys that are one-cut fucking running backs pretty much. They got one style. They do that style, and they expect that should be the win. Because if they don't, what happens? They leave a fed, and you bury it like you've done with so many others. And you've tried to do with HSP. But we get to go out on our own terms. We lasted longer than VOH. Yes, we outlasted them. We're still going.
His shit and doing his deal. That's a promo artist. I see, some of these other guys walk on the screen and they're in their bedroom. The bed's not made. You know what I mean?
Are you going to talk about somebody's bedroom with the back wall like this? Jesus Christ, dude.
Or their curtains are falling the fuck down, or whatever. It amazes me that is what you call an A grade promo. I don't consider it a top promo. I consider it some guy giving his camera a little bit of time and effort, and it looks like shit. So you sit here and call yourself a promo group. You should really, really change things up and try to act like a promo group. You should probably, I don't know. I really don't know what to tell you guys, because I have said my piece a million times on this subject.
I don't know if you know what to tell them, but I'm pretty sure I can speak for them. If I can't, you tell me in the comments, but shut the fuck up. Nobody cares about your fucking opinion. Yeah, I care enough just to make content on it because it's too funny not to, right?
And yet I get yelled at, screamed at, messages from certain owners talking about you're too hard on them. Who cares? Who really gives a shit? I do, because I put a lot of effort into helping this get off the ground.
You put effort into this, but you don't know half the people in the fucking tournament. Think about that.
Helping a world of promo where we can be competitive and be characters we're not every day, come on this screen and earn. There's the fucking word that a lot of people don't like. Whoops, I said the E word. It is a cuss word to some of these guys in promo today. Earn your championship. You could look across the promo realm and see guys holding belts that definitely couldn't hold belts anywhere else. I mean, I could name one, but Jesus Christ, I saw a video of him with the belt. The belt looks like it was meant for Andre the Giant, and they gave it to a fucking dwarf. Jesus Christ. And then claims to come on screen and says he's one of the greatest that's ever done it. And people wait to see his shit. I just wish I could fucking turn it the fuck off. So I did. Cool. Oh, don't worry. You got a match coming up soon, Terry. Don't worry. Your next matchup will be something of greatness. Yes. Okay, hold on. I'm live.
I'm live. I gotta go. Oh God. This is called preparation, folks. You must have preparation when you do podcasts. Yes, unlike this one here.
Go back here. So when I drove it went up to 4,000 RPMs before it even tried to shift.
Was that hot or cold?
That was hot. That was warm.
Look, and we're getting ready to go to part 2.
Because she had.
I'm going to leave this on. I'm going to show you how I do. So here we go.
She had let it.
We're going to pause. I'm going to move my thing. We're going to take this down. We're going to go back. Actually, hell, we'll go to yours right here. And we'll go to part 2. Everybody ready, folks?
Sorry, guys. Real life. Part 2 HSP, or is Elite becoming the new HSP? Sorry, I was in the middle of the podcast. My daughter-in-law walked in, had an emergency phone call. Real life comes up, and if you ain't down with that tough shit, but I'm not going to be here much longer. I was getting ready to finish up when she walked in.
We went through 22 minutes on this, and yes, we still have another 11 minutes, just to let you know. So God knows what else he's got to bitch about.
3 things I touched on in that podcast that, got kind of rambled there a little bit at the end. Listen, I don't claim to be a professional, podcaster. I just do it for fun. I do it because it might piss people off. I do it because, well, I enjoy people getting their feathers ruffled over a fucking fake world that we're in. 3 key.
And I'm not really ruffled. I'm just looking at you like you're stupid. That's what most people are kind of doing. They're just looking at you like you're stupid. See, I could keep talking while my cat over there decided to knock something over. No big deal.
Things today. Take a bath if you're going to be a world champion. Get some talent on top of that. Secondly, if you're going to call yourself competitive, at least have some competitive people winning championships. And thirdly, if you're going to look at an owner and say, you need time, you need this, you need that, stop lying to them. Just tell them, hey, I can't hack it over here. I'm going to go back to Elite. That's all you got to do. Welcome back. Sorry, like I said, I don't know if you guys were on here a minute ago. I was addressing it. Daughter-in-law walked in, had an emergency phone call. She's dealing with a transmission place that actually does not know what the fuck they're doing. They keep trying to tell her there's nothing wrong with her fucking car, and, well, I've driven it. There's something wrong with the car. And he did not like that. I got on the phone with him and said, well, maybe you don't know what the fuck you're doing. So I didn't want that on here, but I wanted to finish the podcast up because I had a couple folks watching and enjoying. But for me, today is one of those days where I have decided in life that I will associate with those who don't screw me, who don't fuck the PPF, that don't do dumb shit to cause me an issue. So that was something I just spoke to somebody earlier on the phone. They called me concerning a PPF show, and we were talking, and we were talking about a couple of the folks that have left and been gone or whatnot. And listen, we were making cuts regardless. We were going to get rid of some folks, and with my son running PPF, things have changed up. Different style, different world. My good buddy Terry, I keep bringing him up. He's on the way to a back doctor. He's probably going to be getting injections and all that stuff. He still wants to cut hypes. He still wants a promo match. That's dedication to my brand, and that is something that I respect more than anything on the fucking planet. And I will always, always take care of the ones that have done that for PPF. This month is going to be a cool show. Promoversary is our anniversary show. That's our go-to show. That's our WrestleMania, if you want to call it that. I don't compare our product to anything WWE does it because it's fucking shit. But I wanted that show to.
And it's funny because you're pretty much acting like WWE. Yes, we're gonna bash every other company. Yes, we feel like we're the best. Yes, blah 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 blah. It's the only style that fucking matters. See, I can continue on. That's my cat Bea. She's my Siamese. Love her very much. She likes to come up here and relax. And she is probably going to park herself, directly in front of the screen.
be one of the top shows of the year for us because I think the promo artists have deserved it. Omega, Terry Bam Bam Wolf, Big Sweet, Tommy Ford, the Gunslinger, the Rising Sun, Malice, Chris like Chuck Norris, all these fucking guys putting in fucking dominant fucking goddamn work. Dominant, looking fucking great on screen.
Yes, we got to blow our guys. And that's what you should do on your podcast. Notice nobody else talks about PPF. Just putting that out there.
Is no good. Be honest with Bob and tell Bob you need to do a little better on your skills. You need to get a little more bass in your voice. You need to get a little more excitement in your promo because otherwise people are falling the fuck asleep.
Like this, yeah.
That's.
Trust me, I'm falling asleep watching this. If it wasn't for my cat and disturbance, I probably would have. Good God.
When I have a fucking problem. When fucking people want to sit there and tell guys they're good and they're slower than fucking paint drying on a wall. Their promo style and etiquette is shit. You're walking out here with a world championship title on your fucking shoulder with bedhead, dirty clothes, and looking like you ain't bathed in 3 months. Wow. You know, you already earned your shirt. I only give those shirts out to motherfuckers that deserve them. And, brother, that's why you got an HHE shirt. And that's the other thing. You know, let's go back real quick before I get off here. You know, a couple weeks ago, VOH shuts its doors because people were mad that HHE was too competitive. No. Fucking grow up. Get a set of...
No, they weren't mad at that. No, they weren't. You know, nobody cared about VOH. They all left. They all went to better places to promo. Places where they were getting booked. Places where they were getting opportunities. Places where they were winning championships. I mean... Sure, you can say that HHE was the best, but that was like 80% of your roster. I mean, the few guys that weren't there, you didn't give them no opportunities. You didn't give them no chances. You know? You just went out there and said, we're the best. And, yep, Seeger's going to help us fucking win. That's pretty much what it was. Because some of your guys really ain't that good. And you, sir, are a one-step running back. You've only got one style. And you've been beaten before, so it ain't like you're really great. 28-time world champion. Probably 28 times you lost that bitch, too. Yes, just like Ric Flair, you're old as fuck.
Goddamn balls that your mommy held in her purse for all them years. Put them out on your fucking body and become a real promo artist and try and stop us. But they don't. I'll go over here where we're having fun. Fuck out my face.
See, look. You don't like when people have fun. I'm sorry. Why don't they include you if you're so fucking good? No, they don't want to. They don't. Because you're not about fun. You're about aggravation, annoyance. You know, mental health. I talked about that earlier. Yeah. You're the reason why some people have mental health problems. You know? Not me. I don't worry about you anymore. I'm using you more just as fucking entertainment and shit to put on my house calls page because this is just a, you know, react video. I'm reacting live in a living color to this shit.
It's fun for me to whoop your ass. It's fun for me to earn my 28 world motherfucking titles. It's fun for me to walk that aisle with...
Damn, take a shot for every time he's talked about 28 world titles in this video.
My brothers in paint that have those 3 letters on their fucking chest of the HHE. If you've never found family like that, I'm sorry for you, because I have found the greatest group of men in my goddamn life that I would die for every single fucking day. And that's being real.
Good.
And trust me, I go to all links of the earth to make sure they're okay. By the way, Jacob Carney, hollering at you, bro. What's up? So PPF is going to have their promoversary show. We're going to have a great time. Check it out on YouTube. Me and Justin will be hosting that shit. You know, it's going to be me and Justin together one more time.
Yeah, you and Justin. That's right. Father and son over there. Make sure you take care of that mistress.
Better pick a good fucking opening song or I'm going to kick his ass. Because I really like what that boy does for what we do. And I call him a boy, folks, because he's younger than me. It's not because he's a boy. It's not stopped me. Never have. 9 years. Still here. Cheers.
God, I'm just trying to get this shit over with, folks. 4 minutes.
I think it's been a productive show, even though I had a little bit of a in the middle of it. But it was funny because that guy there, she said walking in, Well, I'll let you talk to my dad. And he was like, no, I don't want to talk to your dad. Of course you don't, dickhead, because I know what I'm talking about. I've got a best friend that's been working on cars all his fuck.
Oh my God, okay.
I don't understand what's to the original, to the junior, to the resolute, all those great fucking titles. I'm actually working on Malice's former junior heavyweight championship as we speak, doing a little bit of painting and add some stones. Love this fucking belt. In real world, you got to earn your spot. You got to earn your keep. You got to, be something to somebody for them to say, hey, that's my brother, that's my friend, that's my pal. I personally am so happy that I have my son in the promo realm. That is fucking exciting. If you have never had...
And you know what? With all that joy and happiness that you have with your son and your league and everything, you would think that would be enough. But no, like you said, you like to piss people off. You like to come out here and talk all sorts of dumb shit. You like to talk shit about people that didn't deserve it, like Johnny Canada. Johnny Canada's never been an issue to anybody. He just made you mad because he won a title. Don't matter how he won the title. He's the champion. Can't you show him a little bit of respect? Just because it's not your way, Do you think you can do that there just a little bit?
That kind of bond with your son, if you have children, it's a wild thing. Probably one of my highlights in my career is winning tag team titles with him. That meant a lot. Then my best friend, finally, after years of me telling him to join, he jumps the fuck in here and, hey, he didn't get any help from me, folks. I offered it. I give him ideas, and then he'd pop something fucking cool off through his dome, and that tells me that he's going to be a natural promo artist, and he's probably going to be a champion within the first 6 or 8 months of his career, and that's cool. He might have went to the school of old for a little bit of advice, but he definitely doing his own thing, and I'm proud of him. Thomas Vetch, Jacob Carney, Alex Dominguez, Mick. Earn your championships. Hit me up. I'll get you in my group. You can do some fucking cool shit. Working with some great people.
Earn your championships. Yes, if you go kiss the HHE's ass, you can get those championships.
Earn maybe a championship, and PPF is still one of the only places that when you win a title, you win the junior heavyweight championship, well, you get a junior heavyweight championship belt, and it's yours to keep. I don't ask you to ship them. I don't ask you to return them because, well, that's how much I appreciate my people. So.
Yeah, notice why there's about, 8 people that have probably won titles here, folks. Yeah. And most of those are HHE members. Yeah. I mean, it's okay to trade belts off with your friends. I mean, whatever you got to do. It makes you feel better. But I'm going to stop it here. This has been a long broadcast for me, about 40 minutes. I actually did a 40-minute podcast today. But I'll just tell you, next Wednesday, for anybody who's paying attention this far in, they might. Next Wednesday, yeah, HSP Greed, final comp show. And then September 20th is the award show. And then I really won't be covering this guy anymore. I just wanted to cover him here because, I haven't done it in a while. And I don't like the fact that you're going after people that don't deserve it. You want to come after me, that's okay. I get it. You've got your beef with me. But the fact that you want to come after Johnny Canada and Elite Marks and all this stuff is really sad. You should grow up just a little bit and, focus on your companies and have a little fun at your old age, before you go into the retirement home. What are you, like 60 now? Come on, dude. All that, I'm Dr. Quack, and I will see you next time.